YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am working on some arrows and I thought, why not turn on the camera and bring you guys along with me? So I'm just hanging out, putting my arrows together, listening to music, drinking some beer. I just glued up this guy. I've got a couple here already fletched. I cut these arrows already. I'm going to be gluing inserts as well. I have already chamfered. Is that the right word? That can't be the right. Chamfered. I've chamfered the shafts so that my field tips are flush with the edge of the arrow. And I have cleaned them. I've got this little arrow cleaning doohickey that I just dip in some alcohol and I clean the inside of them. This thing's very nice. If you guys have watched any of my sort of backcountry videos or backcountry hunts, you may have noticed this cup before. That is one of the cups that I use to boil my water. It is currently being used to hold my alcohol. And not this alcohol. The prepping alcohol that I'm using. So what else did I do? I prepped these guys to where the fletchings are actually going. So it's a nice clean surface, and this guy's probably good to go. So that is bringing you guys up to speed. So these arrows are full metal jackets, 5mm. I am swapping arrows 10 days before my tag opens up, which I think is pretty silly, but it's important to me because I want an arrow that's a little bit heavier for this season, and these guys definitely are compared to what I currently have. The ones that I'm currently shooting, not only are they just sort of light and physical weight, they're also a lighter spine, so those guys are a 500 spine. I got a little carried away with my glue on this one. I'm just trying to clean it up before it dries. They are a 500 spine. These guys are a 400 spine. So my draw length, this is actually a very interesting story. My draw length is currently 27.5. But with my Hoyt Ignite, it was always 28. And whenever I first got the Hoyt Defiant 34, I had it set at 28. I sighted it in, and actually, if you watched my sighting in video, while I was shooting it in that video, it was at 28 inches for my draw length. And the more that I shot it, there would be times when I would draw back and almost like feel myself collapse, which had never happened with my Ignite, and I was like, my draw length is too long. What is going on? Am I shrinking? I think it was just because the back wall on the Hoyt Ignite, the Hoyt Ignite is very much a starter bow. It's pretty much a youth bow for a young guy or gal to grow into as they get older. And for me, it was the perfect bow to start on. It doesn't have a super hard back wall, so I think I was kind of getting away with a 28-inch draw length that really I wasn't pulling it back all the way. Anyway, adjusted it down to 27.5 inches. Literally while I was at the Tamarack mountain shoot, I was shooting at that course, and I could just tell, like while I was warming up, just at, like the warm-up station, I guess you could call it, that it was something with my draw length was funny. So while we were at the shoot, I adjusted it down to 27.5. I actually got some help with that because I had never adjusted that particular bow, and luckily there were Hoyt reps there, so they were able to help me out. Actually, my coworker too. And then I had to reserve my peep, which was actually kind of cool because I had learned how to serve in my peep. I was like, no problem. We adjusted the draw length. I reserved my peep on the spot, and that's why also, I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but now my serving is red because that is all that I had in my little kit whenever I served it in at the Tamarack shoot. So now I have red serving, which I might change, I might not, I don't really care. It's whatever, works. Reserved my peep and adjusted my draw length right before that 3D archery shoot, and like sighted it in that day too. craziness. And I shot the course really well. That bow is freaking amazing. I love it. I'm going to be doing a full review on that. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, I don't even know where I was going with that story. I don't know. That's what I was getting at. So now I have a 27.5-inch draw length. And my poundage, the limbs are technically set up for 50 to 60. I think they're probably about 53 right now. That's what my bow's probably set up at. I don't know for sure, but just based off of how much I cranked it down, I think that's probably where it's at. But because of that, 400 spine, I'm like right on the edge. Everything that I've read, everything that I've seen, it seems like I could go either with a 500 or a 400. But in my mind, I'm only going to go up from here. So hopefully my poundage will continue to increase a bit. So I think it's better to be for, I really want to take patience. For all of those reasons, I'm now working on my arrows 10 days before the season starts. I think that I will be just fine. I will resight my bow, and I will be happier that I have a heavier arrow than what I had before. And I feel like full metal jackets are just like a good arrow to have. These are actually what I used to shoot last season. If you guys would be interested in like a kind of like a story of how I came into hunting, comment below, because I feel like my story is a little bit, it's unique, but I also think it's really relatable. So I would love to share it with you guys if you're interested. Comment below and we can make that happen. So what I'm doing, I have orange and white, and I can't decide if I want more orange or more white. So I'm doing half of the arrows, 2 white, 1 orange, and then half the opposite. So it doesn't really matter. I'm definitely a believer in functionality over anything else. So whatever the color, I really don't care, as long as it functions. That is what we want. We want this to help me kill an animal so that I can eat it. So I don't know too much about different types of fletching setups. Right now I'm just doing 3 fletchings, helical, just with this standard. This is like an easy fletch, I think it's called, by Easton. So that's what I'm using to get this guy set. They're looking really good though. I'm really happy with it. So that is pretty much it for my arrows. They should be ready to rock after a good full 24 hours or so of drying. I've got a couple more naked arrows that I will be at least gluing the inserts in. So for this glue, it's only going to last me like another hour or so because I opened it up. Ooh. Because I got it from this Easton insert pack. So I'll just glue these inserts in while I'm at it. So I'm going to take care of those, and that is it for this video. I know I probably rambled on and on about things, and you know, just hanging out and chatting. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share, and please do subscribe. I will be putting out more and more videos, especially as the season approaches. So that is it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Just a drinking off this bottle and a drifting up to see me. Just a sitting here staring and a shaking like a leaf, well, that's me. I am back in the mountains on a solo adventure.